this delicious veg pulao. It can be prepared in very short time and it's extremely delicious. Now I am taking one heaped cup of basmati rice. You can use sona masuri regular rice too, but using basmati rice gives that extra flavor we look for in a pulao. Now wash this rice properly and soak it for about 45 minutes to an hour. So let's get all our vegetables ready. Now I am adding about 2 teaspoons of ghee and 2 teaspoons of regular refined oil. Now I added some cashews. Roast them till they turn that proper golden brown and then you can remove them. You don't want these cashews to be in the pan itself till the biryani is cooked because it might become soft. You don't want that kind of texture from cashews. We want the crunch that usually fried cashews give. That is the reason why we'll be adding these at the end. So I'll be giving these ingredients names in the ingredients list. We'll have to add all the whole garam masalas. Instead of depending on masala powder, this whole garam masalas give that lovely proper flavor a pulao should actually possess. Now I added 4 green chillies. You can add more if you wish your pulao to be on spicier side. I added about 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste. Now here is what the main thing is, you need to fry this ginger garlic paste properly. You don't want that raw smell. Not just pulao, whatever dish you are preparing, make sure that when you add ginger garlic paste, that is properly fried. It should you should be able to get rid of that raw smell. That is when your dish attains that lovely ginger garlic paste taste as well as flavor. Now I am adding some carrots, some green peas, capsicum, and I actually boiled these soya mini chunks in salt water for about 10 minutes, and some potatoes. You can add beans too if you wish, and cauliflower too. I am just adding these vegetables. Now make sure that they are properly coated with the ginger garlic paste. Fry them for a few minutes. These vegetables not only look good but they taste delicious and they are extremely nutritious. If your kids throw tantrums for eating vegetables, this is the way you can actually force them into eating. You actually do not have to force them. They themselves will ask for more biryani and eat them. So this would be a nice way to add in your veggies to your kids. So saute them properly. These vegetables have to be at least half cooked before we are adding our water. Fry them properly. Now add the required quantity of salt. Now I am adding some dhania powder. I am keeping the flame high and roasting the vegetables for a few minutes, say about 5 to 6 minutes. Then I added few mint leaves, few coriander leaves. Fry them. Since my flame is in high, I am frying them continuously. When your flame's high, you make sure that you are right in front of your pan and you are not going away for some work or the other, because they might end up getting burnt and all the effort will go waste. Now I added about 1 teaspoon of biryani masala powder, and make sure your vegetables are properly coated in this powder. They look fried, right? They're almost done. Now I am adding the soaked rice. Here you need to be careful. Make sure that your rice doesn't break while you're doing this. But before adding water itself, if you mix your rice properly to the vegetable mixture, it will get incorporated properly into the rice. That is the reason why we actually fry the rice with the spices and the vegetables prior to adding water. Be careful while you're doing that. Make sure that you're not breaking any of those rice grains. Now I am adding water. So for one cup of rice, I am using about 2 cups of water. Usually some prefer adding 1.5, but then again, since my kid, needs to have that rice properly cooked, I add half cup more, but you can add just 1.5 cup and be done with. You can now check for the salt and add if it requires any. And here we go. After a few minutes, the rice was almost cooked, oozing out delicious smells all over the kitchen. I added few leaves of mint, some coriander leaves to give that extra smell. Now here are our brown onions. I did not add onions in by adding our vegetables because I intended to use brown onions. So adding more amount of onions will actually bring sweetness to the biryani, which we do not desire. So here we go. Here's our biryani. So that does look delicious, doesn't it? You just want to dig in and enjoy the biryani. Do give it a try. You are going to love it. You can actually pack it as lunchbox too. When you do not have time to prepare 3 or 4 dishes, you can just whip up this biryani and people will enjoy it to bits. It's delicious as well as nutritious too, considering the fact that it contains so many vegetables. So you can add more if you desire to add. So give it a try. Thank you.